Hello, everyone. I've been getting so many questions about being a little bit more specific with my process and my ingredients and so forth when I'm making my Johnny Burritos. So I decided that I'm going to just go ahead, since I'm making some tonight, I'm going to attempt to capture all of my steps this time. At least the steps for making my dough and all of that, okay? So let's go from there. All right, well, let's start with my insides. So today's inside is going to be turkey, rice and peas, herbs, lots of herbs, as you can see, green peppers, onions, red peppers, and all of that, and some cheese, some shredded cheese. And what I do is I put, and this is real turkey that I baked, and I shredded the meat. So all of that is in here. And what I do is I put it in a Ziploc bag so that I can get it all together and sort of kind of consolidate it a little bit to make it easier for the filling to go inside of my Johnny Burritos, right? And my Johnny Burrito dough. All right, now I'm going to add, and I don't measure anything, so I'm going to add some all-purpose flour. And I'm not making too many of these tonight, so I don't measure anything. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. But I'm just gonna have some flour. Let's see. Yeah, this is enough for now. I'm just gonna add some flour here. In addition to the flour, I'm gonna add some sugar. So I'm just gonna add, I guess this one's a little bit more countable. So let's see, about 3.5. Probably just 3. I don't want it to think, but I'm probably just do a little bit. So about 3 and a little less than a half of sugar. Okay. Then I'm going to add baking powder. And so baking powder, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of baking powder. Come out fully. Okay. And then, of course, I need to add some salt. All right, so now I'm going to add some salt, and this, I guess, is a teaspoon of salt. All right, so we have about a teaspoon of salt. And then stir it all around. I'm trying to get as much of a homogeneous mixture as possible. Okay, and last but not least, I'm gonna add some butter flavor Crisco. But this, I'm only gonna do a tablespoon of this. So this is, just right about this. Oh, come on. There. Yes, my hands are clean. That was the first step, to make sure your hands are clean and make sure you don't have any rings on or anything like that, okay? You don't want to contaminate your batch. All right, so now from here, we add some water, and we're going to add some water, and we're going to knead it up, okay? All right, so I've added some water, and then what you want to do, you see, what you want to do is use your hands and just go around and do like that. Squish, squish, squish. Try to get it. See, just squish, squish, squish with your hands. Again, make sure you're not wearing any rings, any jewelry or anything like that. And just to keep going around like that until you get all the liquid in there, and then you formulate it into a dough. So I'm gonna continue to do this until it becomes a dough. So you see how it's starting to get like a dough. See that? Just get all the flour in. Make sure it's not too sticky. And then you'll be good to go. Just keep it going. Make sure you're getting all the flour in there. All right. After all of the pulling together, see, this is what your dough should look like. See? Soft to the touch, not too sticky, but not really sticky at all. So it's easy to, you know, pull apart and create your dough. Not create it, but roll it out so that you can put in your filling, right? Okay. All right. Then, of course, you're going to get your dough. You break it off, you know, a little piece at a time, depending on how big you want them. You put it down there, and you use the rolling pin to roll it out. All right. Once it's rolled out, you want to get a spoon, the same table size spoon. And then what you want to do, I already have a spoon in this one, okay. So what you want to do is you want to scoop it out. Now, since this, I already have shredded cheese in here, so I'm not going to add any additional cheese to the dough itself, yeah? So here, I just add this now. Add this, oops. Add this to the center. And I like mine to be filled. I don't like to have where I'm having so much dough and searching, trying to find where the meat and the sustenance is. I like my burritos, just like I like my pate, to be properly filled and full and satisfiable. It's not satisfiable. I'm just making up words now, but anyway, but I like to be satisfied. See, so that's a decent amount. So decent amount in here. Okay, so from here, if you remember from my other video about the envelope roll, right? So essentially, you want to do an envelope roll. When I say envelope roll, this is what I mean. Literally like an envelope. See? And then you roll it over. And I see I have a little space. I pulled the dough too far. So we're going to have to close that up a little bit so that when I fry it, so I'm going to take this and cover those little holes so that when it's settled in, there we go. And it's going to look roughly like this. I'm holding the phone, so it's not user friendly right now, but essentially this is what it looks like, yeah? And then you make them, and then I'm using my deep fryer, so set the temperature at 375. And then you fry them. I'll show you what the finished product look like after I'm done. Alrighty. I'm gonna do 4 at a time. And of course, first done, first in. Yeah, you want to get it a little chance to set. Kind of small. Won't let them be touching in there. 4 at a time, and then you put them in and let them do their thing. So this is what the finished product looks like. So the first 2, my son's eating the first 2. Wonderful, wonderful.
Buon appetito.
Wonderful. So there we go. One more look at the middle. Yes, there we go. See, nice crust, and it has a nice crunch.
I hope you taught them how to make the turkey too.
I taught them through it, but I didn't show the specifics.
Gotcha.
All right, you want to take a bite? Let's come here to crunch.
You have to put it close to here though.
Oh, yes. Perfecto.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Oh, nice, nice. So I made 18 Johnny Burritos and 4 what's going to be Johnny cake. And all I did was take the same exact dough, flatten them out a little bit, and then I'm going to fry them. You'll see what they look like when I'm done. So last set of my Johnny Burrito. and the Johnny cake, the last 2 Johnny cakes, what I showed you a few minutes ago. There it goes, the 4 Johnny cakes that you saw me make that I showed you earlier. So the reason why on these, I made 18 Johnny Burritos and 4 Johnny cakes. And the only reason I made 4 Johnny cakes is because I ran out of my filling for my Johnny Burritos. But the reason why I created the name Johnny Burritos for these is because I use my Johnny cake dough, or the correct name, Journey cake dough, to make my Johnny Burrito. Johnny is the dialect or the island way of saying journey cakes. So instead of saying journey cakes, it's Johnny cakes. So that's why it's Johnny Burrito. So anyway, so that's why. So let me show you what the inside looks like of one of these. So let's see here. Nice and soft and crisp. Oh, that's good. It's really good. See that? And there you have it, folks. So hopefully this answers some of the questions that I've been getting. And if you have any further questions, just feel free to let me know. So there you go, the final product. 18 Johnny Burritos and 4 Johnny cake. Thanks for watching, folks. Just a quick little thing to show you how I make my Johnny Burritos. I've been getting so many questions. So I said I'm going to show you. I've been showing you the insides before, but now I can show you the dough so you have an idea of what to do. So if you try it out, let me know how it comes out. Take care. Bye.